Yeah, okay. That was good. Good for husband.
Fine. Another week.
Oh gosh.
They were actually in here. Um, Okay. Morning, Zoom. Playlist in chat. Let me find our spots. Yeah.
So is anybody for this move?
Yes. Yeah, you may move. You may read it. That's
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, that. Jody's not good. I saw, I wasn't gonna say anything.
And yet you did.
Okay. Only because he did, right?
So funny.
It's own brain in me now was like slightly off yesterday. I was like, whoa, but it's that
I mean, if you can, right? Like, why wouldn't you?
You're right. 100%.
You could do it, you could not do it on purpose.
Not do it on purpose. You could.
So look at the alignment of the bulkheads that can bring them on paper.
Oh, no.
Oh.
We're talking about right angles and straight mats. If you want to play along at home, I'm sure your mat's not perfectly straight.
Maybe it's perfectly aligned with something unseen.
Oh,
There you go.
and another dimension that's on.
Nice.
Maybe. Maybe.
Mm.
Maybe. Okay. Dropping in and landing and getting set probably looks at least a little bit different from straight mat to straight mat to straight mat. Whatever you need to do for a few more moments if you still need to gather your attention, collect your awareness. Draw it in, turn it inward, and just see, right, how you meet what. Eventually from the skin on in. Physical body, subtler energy. Thoughts and emotion. And maybe right off the bat, there's a sense of something beyond it all. Maybe even greater than the sum of its parts. You might get a sense of that right off the bat. And we are working at all those levels. All at the same time. Even if and when we're focused on one or another or another. Maybe today you need to move, you need to sweat, you need to get stronger. Maybe emotional energy needs to flow, or maybe the mind needs the medicine the most. So by all means, focus on any of that. Maybe we just keep remembering or reminding ourselves or allowing for it to also be about something beyond all those things. The healthier the body, the stronger the heart, the clearer the mind. The more balanced and centered we are, the easier it becomes to go beyond it all. And eventually, we can have awareness and intention and experience at all those levels at once. And until then, maybe it's just about what's right in front of you now. If you like, bring the hands together, thumb center the chest. Adding current condition to intention to cultivate, define, and refine purpose. Take a moment or two for that. Of course, you can frame it all as prayer. Turn to Goddess or God or Spirit. And pray your own way. And even though we're all coming from different directions at different speeds, using different language to call it something different, we still have this wonderful opportunity. Even if you're on a little screen in front of me, to walk together for a while. Let's do that. And we'll kick it all off with the sound of 3 ohms. We exhale completely, go all the way to empty. We take a unified breath, a full breath in together. And a complete breath in. And then if you're inclined, 3 ohms, inhale. Never any rush here. you're ready, release the hands. Reset the seat. Set yourself up for your Kapalabhati practice. Tissue handy. Right? Reset your seat. Go. Planted and grounded. Feel supported, but also you're reaching, lengthening, lifting up through the spine. And we draw the upper arm bones back and the chin in and down. We find as much ease here as possible. Brow and the jaw. Maybe the wrists and the hand. And just checking in one more time here. How's the belly? How's the heart? How's the head? If there's anything going on there, maybe skip the practice this morning. Otherwise, 3 rounds Kapalabhati, 54 exhales each round. Bandhas in between, if you know what that means. Either way, we exhale completely here. We'll take a unified breath all the way in and all the way out. And if you're inclined, first round, inhale. Again, staying with the breath out for a few moments or longer. Or taking a handful of easy breaths here. Resetting the shape when you need. When you're done with that bandha, pause. Release belly and take an easy breath. There you go. All the way out. One full round here. Inhale. Exhale. Second round. If you're inclined, inhale to begin. Again, you could stay with the breath out. Pelvic floor up, chin in and down, abdomen in and up, and just float there. As much ease as possible. And when ease is no longer possible, release the belly, lift the chin, drop the floor, and take an easy breath. Smooth breath. Exhaling completely. One more full breath here. Exhale. And if you're inclined, third round, inhale to begin. all the way empty. Maybe you could just be empty. Before that causes any anxiety. Release and take an easy breath. Zoom, I'm going to hit play on the playlist over here as we cultivate our Ujjayi breathing. Now that we're clear and open, warmed up, focused. Slide into that Ujjayi technique. Maybe pretty clear. Long and deep and smooth. And as you take maybe at least a few more rounds to cultivate your rhythm. Of course, if you need to move, you can roll the shoulders and the head around. Continue to refine balance, releasing down, lifting up, side to side, forward, back. Some mornings I get to this point and it's like, this is exactly what I need. Body feels healthy, the heart feels strong, the mind feels clear. And I'm already touching beyond. You're welcome to stay with that kind of experience. And once you feel like the breath is about as long and deep and smooth as you're going to get it right here, at least at a moment in that deep, quiet stillness, and a moment at full floating. Once we got all that going on, maybe it's time to move. Okay. Forward hands and knees. Child's pose right off the bat or anytime you need it. Otherwise, in our own unique way, we're on our way to our downward facing dog. How the wrists, how the shoulders. As we begin to move, or continue to move, can we keep that movement within the breath? Initiated, guided, informed by deep Ujjayi breathing. Shift forward and back, rock side to side, circle around the hands, roll around the shoulders. If there's a snap or crackle or pop that is unfamiliar, maybe needs your attention, then you stay with it. Circle a little more, roll a few more times. That cat-cow sequence, right here, up and down with the breath. Now, of course, right, you're free to move ribs side to side, ribs round and round. Any other exploration that's required on your way to a downward facing dog. We spread the fingers, tap the toes, and press back, lifting knees, sending the hips up, up, and away. Big steps at first, we walk the legs out, broad strokes, we swing the hips around. Anything else you need, bend and straighten, shake the head. Make it circular if you like. And eventually, we're refining. Consider spreading fingers wider, pressing inner hand a bit firmer. Right, maybe bending both knees a little bit and really pushing the front of the mat away. Hips as far from wrists as possible. Hands planted, arms straight, shoulders strong, spine long, hips even higher, head even heavier. And maintaining that push, that length, and that lift, cultivating all that strength. Right? Each exhale, an opportunity to squeeze and to press the heels closer to the floor. There. Take a few more breaths here. Use each one. Inhale to push. Exhale to squeeze to empty. Do that again and again. Head heavy, inhale, lengthen hips high. As you exhale, squeeze abdomen, squeeze thighs, press heels, empty lungs. One more breath here. Exhale. And empty, soften, look forward. As you inhale, walk or step or hop top of the mat. As you arrive, shift the weight forward, look forward. And as you exhale, fold. Another breath, or even 2 or 3 here. To hang and bounce and swing. To lift halfway, to fold. There you go. Do one more here, full breath in. Complete breath in. More if you need. And then an inhale or even 2 breaths to roll up through the spine. Maybe halfway you bounce, you exhale and keep rolling as you inhale. Top to see how everything falls into place. And if it doesn't, right, of course, you could tie, you could shift, you can stretch. I'm going to be up right here for a little bit. If you prefer your feet apart, do that. I like mine together. Either way, the head stays down, we exhale completely. We'll build up our shoulder mandala. Step by step. Inhale, pushing down, let's stretch the arms out and up. At the top, lace the fingers, turn the palms, and press, stretching. And if you exhale, we release the arms. Ribs stay lifted, legs stay strong, head stays down the whole time. Empty. We'll add to it. Inhale, arms out and up. Lace, turn, and press. This time as you exhale, little bend to the knees, little arch to the spine, hands go back, release fingers, sweep arms. Forward, palms up, shoulder height, head down. Inhale, the arms go back to the side, we lift them up. Lace, turn, and press, stretch here. And if you exhale, again, ribs stay lifted, legs stay strong, you release the arm. Keep adding to. Inhale, arms up. Lace, turn, and press. As you exhale, a little bend, little arch, bend the elbows, hands back, release the fingers, sweep the arms, legs straight, slide up, right, Inhale, arms back to the side, lift them up, lace, turn, press. And as you exhale this time, arms go forward, palms down, shoulder height, sweep, open, arms back, little bounce. Inhale, arms forward, arms up, lace, turn, press. And as you exhale, you release the arms. One more time, we'll add the side stretching. Inhale, arms up. Lace, turn, press. Exhale, little bend, little arch. Hands go back, release fingers, sweep arms, pulling you upright, head down. Inhale, arms to the side and up. Lace, turn, press. Exhale, arms forward, palms down, shoulder height, sweep open. That shoulder, chest, and bounce. Inhale, arms forward, up, lace, press. This time as we exhale, we'll tip over to the back. Inhale to lift up, stretch. And if you exhale, tip over to the back. Do that again. Inhale up to center. Exhale over to right. Center with your inhale. Wait for your exhale. One more time. Inhale back up, stretch. And as you exhale, center and left. Inhale. And come on back to center, press down, stretch up. And as you exhale, simply release. Done. Yeah. Take a breath here. Let it go. Top of the mat, all the way empty. As you inhale, reach up. This time lift chest and chin, palms like touch. And as you exhale, fold forward. And inhale, palms flat, go straight back down dog as we exhale, go to empty. And then we'll roll a few times forward and back. Inhale, right forward, that high plank. And as you exhale, maybe start by bending the knees and then pushing, waving back down dog. Let's do that again and again. Inhale forward. Exhale, slide back. One more time, forward and back like this. Inhale, long and strong. Exhale, wavy. All the way back down dog. Let's inhale and come forward again to a high plank. We're going to take the knees down as we exhale. The elbows down. And the knees back up. We'll just sneak one of these in here. And we're pushing the floor away. Drawing the front ribs in. Gripping the legs. Pressing back through heel. Reaching long through spine and out through crown. Any movement you like, forward and back. Hip side to side. Right? You can turn it up. You can turn it down. There you go. Otherwise, how about one more breath here? Full breath in. Complete breath in. We lower the knee. We lower the hips. We take the elbows wide. We lower chest and chin. Hands back on your shoulders. Roll them. And as you inhale, pull and then push to lengthen and then lift to your hip. And as you exhale, you release back down. Couple more waves here. Inhale, lengthening, lifting, floating at full. And as you exhale, release back down. Release one more back bend unless you need more. Inhale, long, lifting, floating. This time, or when you're ready, the exhale is to release, push back knees, tuck toes, lift hips, down dog. One breath here. All the way down. Soften, look forward. As you inhale, walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. Then inhale as you ride length. As you exhale, fold. Your inhale, you rise. Take your breath to the top. Reach, stretch, look. And as you exhale, stand tall. And a few sun salutations here, just flowing through. Inhale, up, up, up. Your exhale, you fall. Use the inhale to prepare. Palms flat, weight forward, feet back. And as you exhale, lower either all the way or halfway to the floor. Inhale to lengthen and lift. Be there at full, there's no rush. Your exhale guides you back, downward facing dog. And one breath here. Exhale. Soften, look forward. As you inhale, walk, step, or hop. As you exhale, fold. And as you inhale, rise. Take your breath to the top. And as you exhale, stand tall. Again, like that. Your breath, inhale, reach up. Your exhale, you fall. Right, follow your breath, inhale to prepare, feet go back, and you exhale. Control the release all the way or halfway. Wait for the inhale to lift. Your breath, not my cue, to downward facing dog as you exhale. One breath there. Exhale. And inhale to travel. The exhale is to fold. Take your breath to the top. Full stretch. Then stand tall. One more time through. You're just catching waves now. Inhale, go. Exhale, fold. Prepare with the breath. Be back, and strong, control, and love. Open up with your inhale. As you exhale, slide back down, dog. One breath here. Inhale to travel with your breath. You exhale, fold. And you take your breath to the top. And stand tall. Maybe just a couple breaths here. Again, whatever level, layer you're looking at, you can stay focused there. And just allow for that to ripple out to every other layer. A moment beyond it all. Okay, play with it now. A couple blocks at the top of your mat, probably gonna come in hand. I like my feet together to start here, but you can keep yours apart. Squeeze a block and do that. The way we exhale from lead. As you inhale, we're going to stretch the arms out now. Keep the head down for now. Lace and turn, press through palms. And as you exhale, bend your knees, squeeze, and sit. Now we're going to stay in this Utkatasana for a handful of breath. Right, you walk the back off as you inhale. And squeeze and sit further as you exhale. Be a big pulse. Little ripple. Welcome to back off. These last couple breaths here. Get used to even further. Full breath in. Lead breath in. As you inhale, push down, stretch up. And as you exhale, fold forward. From here, we're going to step the left foot way back. We're taking our hands to block, our blocks under our shoulders, and we're going to push the blocks away to see if we can't get off that right thigh a little bit. Maybe scrub the left foot further back. There you go. Nice long, squared off, level kind of shape. We're going to pulse a few times. We know this. We exhale completely. As you inhale, hips drop, right knee goes forward, lift chest and chin. And as you exhale, we're pushing the front of the mat away, right leg stretching, left heel high, tuck chin in, twice more like that. Inhale, nice long lunge, lift chest and chin. And as you exhale, round the spine, as you straighten, stretch that right leg, right hip up and back, chin in. One more time like that. Inhale, hips low, knee forward, lengthen lift. And as you exhale, we're folding. Left heel high, round spine, chin in, empty. Inhale, come back to center. Take a moment here just to find your balance. We're going to push the right foot and go upright. There you go. The hands might go to the hips, at least at first. Again, we're in level, find balance, lift. The hands can stay on the hip. It could come together at the heart. You're welcome to lift, lace, turn, and press. Challenge balance, build strength, exhale completely here. As you inhale, lower the left knee a little or a lot. And as you exhale, straighten the left. Inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the left heel and stretch. And as you exhale, bend back into right leg. Inhale, lower the knee a little longer. Exhale, fire the leg up. Inhale, straight right and stretch. Exhale, back to that lunge. One more time. Inhale, maybe just a little, or maybe almost touch the floor. Exhale, left leg strong. Inhale, stretch right leg and press. Exhale, back to lunge. Now, if you inhale, let's take the hands down. The floor, step the right foot back. You could go straight to down dog. Otherwise, lower all the way or halfway. Right? If you lower, lengthen and lift. And if you exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And we'll take one more breath here, full breath in. And a complete breath in. On empty, stop and look forward. We're going to step the right foot to the right thumb again. This time we're going to spin the left heel in. Angling the toes forward, squaring, lunging. As you inhale, push to right foot. If the weight of your warrior one is clear, you go. If there's anything along the way that needs your attention, find them. Do that. Everybody's left foot pressing. Squaring, leveling, lifting. We want that left leg awake. Rib swing. You keep the arms up and lift the shoulders. Once we've lifted the shoulders, we actually stretch the arms. Inhale, reach even higher. Exhale, maybe sit even deeper. You know. A few more breaths like that can be a big pulse. Shifts might be subtle. Nice and spatially. Exhale completely this last breath, maybe lunge even further still. Inhale, reach even higher. And as you exhale, let's draw the hands together, thumb center of the chest. I'm going to lift the back heel and lean forward. Might take a couple hops, but we're going to lift that left leg. And the foot can stay low, the chest can stay high. Over time, we extend. We lift the heel. Or you just square the left hip down. Maybe reach the arm. There's always a chance that you fall. Start it again. We take one more breath here. Full breath in. Deep breath out. And as we inhale, we soften the right knee and we sweep the left knee through and up. We lift the knee high. And we simply put that foot down, release the hand, and lay. Equal jive breathing. And I'll get caught up. Draw it back. And body, heart, mind, spirit. Maybe even beyond all those concepts. Do the other side. Feet together again. Exhale completely. Head stays down. Inhale, arms go up. Legs turn and press and stretch. And as you exhale, bend your knees, squeeze and sink. Few breaths here. We hold the feet out, lift the chest any amount, stretch the arms a little bit, take them back and touch. Exhaling to squeeze and maybe sit further. One more breath here. All the way empty. And as you inhale, push down, stretch up. And as you exhale, fold forward. From here, the right foot steps up that. Doing 3 steps, maybe hands to blocks, blocks under your shoulder. Feet connected, On train tracks, not a tightrope. We'll bounce, we'll rock if you need it. Get long, push the floor away, feel strong here. 3 times, yeah, we exhale completely. As you inhale, left knee forward, hips low, lift chest and chin. And as we exhale towards the left leg towards straight, push the mat away, tuck the chin in. Twice more like that. Inhale, lengthen, push, reach, lift. And as you exhale, rounding, stretching left leg. Right. One more time like that. Oh, right. There you go. And we'll inhale, come back to center. Right? Take a moment to sort of establish balance. Exhale here. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale and go up. Right? Hand might hit the thigh, start at the hip. Keep them on the hips throughout. They might come together. Want that extra challenge, legs turn prep. And use your gaze for balance. You exhale completely. And if you inhale, lower that right knee a little or more or a little. And if you exhale, fire the leg. If you inhale, straighten left leg, lift right heel. And if you exhale, lunge here. Twice more like that. Inhale, lower the knee. Exhale, lift. Inhale, straighten left, lengthen. And if you exhale, lunge. One more time, a little or a lot with that knee. Exhale, right leg strong. Inhale, push and lengthen, lift. Exhale, back to the lunge. And as you inhale, let's take hands to the floor. Step back, either straight to down dog, or high to low, lower to lift. Follow your breath. Back downward facing dog. And we'll take at least one breath back here. If you're resting, you join us when you're ready. Exhale completely. And then empty, soften, look forward, left foot, left thumb. Right heel spins in. Right, take your time with the feet, ankle square lunge. Inhale, push to left foot to go upright. And as direct into your warrior one as possible. That might take a few moments. And think about the right toes angling forward, about 40 down. And then left hip back, right hip forward makes more sense. And edge that right foot's pressing. Energy in the right leg. Up and down the spine. And at different times in our practice, we might need to focus on one corner or another. That means maybe less awareness or energy in other corners. Maybe we can really start to wave our awareness up and down, in and out, touching everything eventually all at once. Feet are planted, the legs are strong, the spine is long, the arms are energized. The jaw and gaze are soft. Breath is deep. Couple more here. Exhale. One more breath here. All the way empty. And as you inhale, palms together, thumbs to lift the back heel, lean forward, couple hops if you need to lift the right leg. It might be enough just to have the foot up. Okay. Learning to wobble better. Be more of who you are. Nothing more, nothing less. Then stretch, maybe reach. One more breath here. Full breath in. All the way out. And then as you inhale, soften the left knee, sweep the right knee through and up, lift the knee high. And as you exhale, simply put the foot down, release the hands and land. And instead of managing it, right, we just let it all fall into place. It's the wardrobe thing, maybe just allow it to shift and land and refine on its own. Whatever it is, very intelligent. I like my feet to hip width. We're going to fold forward, right? Maybe you have a blocks in front of you, the feet are away, right? The legs are strong, hands to hips to start. Inhale, let's lift the front line of the body, roll the shoulders, arch a little, maybe arch a lot. And then lift again as you exhale, tip forward to fold. When you can, we're releasing hands. If to keep stretching the legs, we need to use the blocks and do that. Maybe the fingertips come to the floor, that might be as far as we go. Eventually you might grab or bind the big toes with the peace fingers. Either way, we consider shifting the weight forward. These forward folds primarily to work with the back body. If we're talking heels up to feet, the back of the legs, right? Then it might make sense for legs to go straight. And that's where we might use the block. And then we can straighten the leg. Right? And breathe. Instead, we want to work from the feet up to the shoulders, the back of the head. We want to think about tipping the pelvis forward and lengthening the spine. Then maybe bend the knee, tip the pelvis, and keep pulling the spine long. Eventually, you're putting all that together. Great, strong legs, tip pelvis, long spine, deep breath. Breathe. Now your legs hang straight. Go down. Right. Yeah. And that must long. Lift them. Shivering. Strong. Yeah. There. That's the pattern. Strong knee. Strong leg. And over time, taking the pelvis for that action. Like, stay as you are, a few more breaths. If you want to slide the hands under the feet, maybe stepping onto the palms, if that's available, go for it. So let's just work where you are. Opening, clearing, stretching the back body. Strengthening the front body, quadricep. And we're squeezing abdomen with the exhale. Draw ourselves further still. How about one more breath here? Full breath in. And a complete breath in. As you inhale, lengthen forward, we'll release the hands, bend the knees, palms to the floor. We step back, either straight to down dog or, of course, full sequence, lower to lift. Right? Lengthen, open up with the inhale if you will. And then we meet our friend back down, we're facing dog as we exhale, empty. Take one breath here. Join us when you're ready if you're rested. Exhale, complete. On empty, soften the knees, look forward. We're going to step the right foot between the hands. Return the left heel in, point the toes to the side. And as you inhale, open out towards your warrior two shape. And we're just going to be in it for a moment, maybe a couple breaths. Right? Feel the foundation, lengthen the spine, stretch the arm. We'll come back to this lunge in a few moments. For now, we're going to inhale and straighten the right leg. I usually shorten my stance by a heel and a toe. You do you. Feet planted, legs strong, arms shoulder height. And as you inhale, let's reach out along the right leg. At your edge, simply release the shoulder. Right hand land, knee, shin, ankle. I like my left hand on my hip to keep the hips forward, to give me a chance to really lift the chest and lean the shoulders back. Then turning that left shoulder into my back body. Turn chest to roll ribs, and then maybe reaching it up. Maybe looking at it. Definitely breathing. Again, that same checklist, every once in a while we should get on feet. Wake the toes up. Maybe press the right leg tone down. Keep encouraging it forward, leaning back. Any length we can get out of the front body. Using that top shoulder into the back of the body to roll. Check. And we're looking up. It's just a shoulder check. And nothing going back. Turn the chin over the shoulder. You take a few more breaths here. Full breath in. Complete breath out. One. All the way empty. Empty, look down. As you inhale, pull yourself back upright. You can release the arms for a moment. If you shorten the stance and lengthen again, and we're gonna lunge back into that right leg. Finding that warrior two foundation for a moment. And then this time, we're gonna tip out over the right thigh. Either forearm top of the leg, left hand to hip, or maybe that right hand comes to block the floor inside the foot. Just means the hip's gotta go lower. Either way, hips forward, lift the chest, turn the top shoulder. If we want that fully extended side angle, we reach the left arm alongside the ear, palm down, and stretch. You got it. Perfect. Outer edge left foot connected. Head forward, turning that left shoulder. With the forearm from the leg, push the leg away. Open up the shoulder a little bit more. Take a couple more breaths here. Inhale to reach. Exhale to turn. One more like that. Exhale. Now empty, look down. We're going to release both hands to the floor. We're going to lift the left heel up. And we're going to take the left knee down. And just have ourselves a moment right here. And when you're ready, we're going to take both hands up to the right thigh. Make sure we're kind of square and level. You can draw that right heel back a bit. Option, just take left hand outside knee, right hand to tail, or we're going to lean forward and hook left elbow outside right. Palms together if you're that far. Pushing, top hand to bottom, turning in front. Still leaning back, lifting chest, rolling both shoulders. They're keeping the chin in, really lengthen the spine. And if you wanted to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee, go for it. Balance will be challenged. Expect to wobble. There you go. Few more breaths here. Use each one. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, turn. Again and again. One. Exhale. On empty, look down as you inhale, release both hands to the floor, lift the left knee, step the right foot back, either straight down dog, maybe straight child's pose, otherwise lower to lift, blow your way through. You got it. Down facing dog. I'm going to say about 3 breaths flexion. Anytime to rest, reset, and check in with the effect on the physical body. Current state of mind. Any heart conditions here? Maybe sense of something beyond. Back to our down dogs when you're ready. One more breath there, full breath in. Complete breath out. On empty, soften, look forward. We step left foot between the hands. Turn the right heel in, toes to the side. As you inhale, open out toward that warrior two shape. And just have that brief experience. Right? Draw leg, long spine, stretch arms, then we're going to straighten the left leg. Maybe heel toe the right foot. Okay. Feet set, legs strong, spine long. As you inhale, reach out along left leg. At your edge, release the shoulder. Maybe hand to hip to start. Hips stay forward. Lift the chest, roll both shoulders, lean back and breathe. Back, back. Good hand stay on the hip. Keep breathing. Chin. Back and back. Breathe. You breathe. And you look. We don't lose anything that got you there. Feet still awake, legs still strong, spine still lengthened. Breath still deep. And take a few more. One more breath. All the way empty. And looking down on empty as you inhale. Pull yourself back up. Again, if you shorten your stance, maybe lengthen it again. And we're going to left into left leg. And just have that moment in warrior two. And before tipping it out over left thigh, either forearm, top of the leg, hand to hip to start. If the way is clear, you're welcome to go. I'm big and slow, yeah. Maybe the hand comes to block the floor, just means the hips gotta go lower. Pelvis forward, chest lifting, arm lengthening. Breathe. Yeah, that forearm with the leg. Yeah. Push the leg away. Open all that space and push the leg away. Broad across the chest. Turning the chest in. Take a few more breaths here. Inhales to length. Exhales to turn. One. Exhale. On an empty look down as you inhale. Release both hands to the floor. Lift the right heel up and take the right knee down. Take a moment here. Where feel connected, and then we'll take both hands up to the left thigh. Okay, maybe back off, find level, right? And then you just hand outside the knee, left hand tail, the palms together, then forward, and hook right elbow outside left. Okay? Pulling left hip back. We're lifting the chest. Each inhale to get longer. Each exhale to turn further. Again and again and again. And if you want to tuck the back toes and lift the knee, you're welcome to. Just steady yourself first, as it will get wobbly. We'll take a few more breaths. Each inhale to lengthen. Each exhale to turn. Again and again. One more. Okay. Empty, look down as you inhale, release both hands, frame the foot, step back, step back. Again, either straight child's pose or down dog, or from high, we lower, lengthen and lift, flow through the full sequence, of course. And we'll meet back. Few breaths. Again to rest. Might still look like a downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll soften. We'll look forward. And either stop, step, or hop. Stop, stop, or hep. Step, hop. What? I don't know. Teleport, top of the mat, squat, heels in, toes in. And again, an opportunity here to swing around a little bit or bounce. Right? Refine. You can stay rolled in and even drop the head heavy and just hang out. You could push the knees wide with elbows, drop underneath the chest. Make it a little more regal. And of course, the arm balance is right in front of you. If you're playing with Bakasana or Crow, the hands come down, either the knees wide at first, or eventually we narrow, right? Front of the knees into the armpit to shift, look, and maybe bounce. A couple cracks at it, maybe. And then join us back in the squat eventually. On the squat, you might want the hands behind you. We're simply going to sit straight down. And once we land, we'll draw the knees and the feet together and have ourselves a moment right here. And from here, we're going to take the knees wide and the feet together. Not to catch my instep. And walk the seat back a little bit. And at first, I usually bounce. The yogi with maybe the most clear hips I've ever seen told me to do this every day. I haven't. My hips are so strong. That feels good. Maybe let that settle. Before we fold, it might be interesting to work to open the feet up like a book. Even just give yourself a little bit of reflexology if you like. Otherwise, opening the feet up might help you take the knees wider or further, closer to the floor. Play with that. Right? Before I go forward, I usually release that a little bit. And if it's pretty clear, you might keep the elbows in as you pull yourself out along the feet and then squeeze and draw yourself further into a fold. If the knees were high and you wanted to encourage them a bit further, you might take the elbows to the inner knees. Maybe it's nice to bring the forearms, the elbows in front of the shins to the floor. There. And you're working at a very physical level. Clear and ease and open and stretch and strengthen. Hips, lower back, adductors, inner thigh. Even working the arms a little bit. It's definitely a breath practice. As this whole tradition here is. The mind following the breath. It's a concentration technique. Mind's getting quieter and quieter. Rest the subtle energy rolls when we allow it. Sometimes these shapes get emotional. Any moment is an opportunity to transcend all of that and touch something beyond. Maybe a few more breaths. About one. Exhale. You can stay longer, of course. Then you inhale to maybe use the hands to push yourself upright. And you use the hands again to gather knees. Have yourself a moment right here. And at this point in our relationship, why wouldn't we go by boat? Hands can be behind you. If that helps you, maybe stretch the legs. You can hold the legs the whole time. It's a great place to work on balance and focus, strength. You can, of course, release the hands as well. Find your spot, take a couple more breaths. One more. Exhale. And as we inhale, we lengthen and lower. And just see if, because practice, we lift back up. You might not. You're welcome to. I'm not gonna, but you can keep doing it. And when you're done with all that, you just lie straight back and down. And take a few moments to acclimatize to being back here. From here, it might be nice to plant both feet for a moment, knees point up. And maybe draw both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, wrap your arms around your shin. Maybe bring your face right up to your kneecaps. Squeeze tight. And then let the head go back. And we'll shift both hands over to the right leg, the right shin, keeping that knee drawn in. And we'll extend the left leg out straight. So heel comes down. Right? Head down, heel down, balancing the hips. From here, we're going to take the right knee across the body. So maybe use the left hand to pull the right knee across the body. We're releasing that right arm out to the right. As I turn, I usually kick my hips back a few inches so I can turn even further. And keep that left hand to knee, and then we work back across the body to release the right shoulder to the floor. You might play with really extending that left leg. You're welcome to extend the right leg as well, and you can catch the outside of the foot. May or may not be interesting. Palm down, yeah. We keep rolling over to the left leg. There you go. Couple more breaths this side, me. Exhaling completely. And I can inhale and reverse course. Yeah. Draw ourselves back through center. Keep that right knee in, maybe. Shift the hips back to center. A little squeeze the right knee in, and then maybe we draw the left knee in as well. Both knees to chest for a hug. A little rock, a little roll. And then both hands over to the left shin. Keep the left knee squeezed in, extend the right leg in. Right. Stretch the leg, squeeze the knee, take a breath, and then we're going across the body, so using the right hand to pull the left knee across and down. And as you do that, you might kick the hips back a little bit. That might help you roll further. Okay. Standing through bottom leg, working back across the shoulder, back across the body, sorry, to release the left shoulder. Maybe reach that left arm out to the left. Or if you're welcome to extend that top leg, catch the outer edge of the foot. If you're lucky enough to have a wall, you might take the heel, maybe even higher. Or breathe. Handful of breath here. One. You could stay longer. When you're ready, inhale and draw back to the center. At the hips, maybe draw the right knee in as well. Give yourself a nice squeeze, hug, a little rock, a little roll. Set up for a back bend or 3. Feet come down to the floor. Sure you're on your mat, you have the space, the props you need, heels close to feet. You're welcome to do this 3-part, 1 round at a block under your sacrum anytime. And if you wanted to plant your hands by your ears and lift your upward bow, you're welcome to that as well. When you're ready, lift feet, exhale completely. And maybe using inhale to push and lift the hips. As we lift the hips, we tuck the shoulders a little further underneath them. You can lace the fingers together in your feet. Tuck the shoulders further still. Pushing the feet and lifting the hips high. Chin away from chest, chest towards chin. Keep breathing. Steady, especially if you're on a block. Otherwise, maybe you're relieved. Take a moment, reconsider, reset, and lift again. Can be the same thing 3 times. Or now you might add the block, or now you might plant the hand. Either way, when you're ready, lift. Work the shoulders underneath them. Push the feet. Squeeze feet. Lift hips higher still. Chest to chin away from chest. Ujjayi, breathe. Few more breaths. Again, especially if you're on a block, you could stay. Otherwise, down, and maybe up one more time. Same thing 3 times. You all up or down. When you're ready, lift again. Ujjayi. Or stay. Right? Even come out and come back in again and again. Otherwise, when you're done, release, land, and feel. You take the feet out a little bit, the lower back can really release, and you can feel it all. If you needed a reset, you might have knees to chest, might wipe knees side to side. Otherwise, we're setting it up for working with our inversion practice. Could simply be the legs. Put them up the wall and call it a day. If you want to spin around, stand on your head, and that's your chant. Otherwise, our shoulder stands. Making sure you have space above you for your plow pose. Allow. Either just legs up with a bolster under your hip, legs up the wall, headstand or shoulder stand, and if for whatever reason you're not going up with the leg, with anything else. Chin away from chest, chest towards chin, shoulders hanging. Breathe. Breathe and stay, breathe some more. Some days, a few breaths is enough. Find us a few minutes. Might find your way in and out a couple times. Wherever you are, breathe. Eventually, the headstands evolve to child's pose. And it's kind of like a tree falling in the forest to make a sound. If yoga teacher doesn't say what's next, you stay in the headstand longer. Okay. I remember that. Shoulder stand, plow, legs overhead, toes to the floor. You might stay there, or you might just roll all the way out and back. Eventually, whether you're in shoulder stand or not, Matsyasana or fish, counter pose might be trying to get the arms underneath you. On flat. Hold the shoulders underneath the fish. The arms straight. Yeah, like that. Push the elbows and lift your chest and your head up. And then take your head back. There. The weight stays in the elbows. The front of the head brushes the floor. There. And we open the chest. Room. Take the breath. And then carefully release. Release the head. Release the arm. And release the shoulder. And as I start to talk about lying back flat, take a moment or two to consider, is there anything else that you need? Any other shape? A little more movement? Whatever you need to do to get you from here to Shavasana. Find that sweet spot for hands and feet. Allow us to release hips and shoulders. You add a bolster behind your knees, belt behind your head. Take your time to set yourself up. Feel supported. Helps to feel safe. You really can release tension. Head goes all the way back. Release the spine, melt the jaw. Eventually release the breath control as well. See if we can float free. You can stay till you feel complete here. When you're ready, back to breath. And come back to movement. We go, we roll, we shift. It might be nice to stretch, stretch, stretch. Plant the feet, draw knees to chest for a squeeze, whatever this needs to look like for a few more moments. Rock and roll. Might roll to the right for a few minutes. Your way, your time. Eventually find yourself up into a seat. Sit here and feel the body. Physical body. We got the prescription right. Feels healthier, more vital. Clearer. More energized. Peaceful. Mind is settled and available. Heart is a clear conduit for light. And those kinds of conditions becomes easier and easier to expand. Get a sense of what's beyond it all. You have a direct experience. All right. And let it stay with you. Take it with you as you go. Maybe first we'll take a moment to be grateful for whatever you've called it. Hands together, thumb in the center of the chest. And give thanks for any of it or all of it. As always, I'm especially grateful for y'all. This feels like magic. That's what you did. So until next time, thank you. Pleasure as always, Zoom. Still with me. See you next time.